Vinci, all Gucci, Louis, Balenciaga, all that. That's what I'm doing.
My feet. As my ankle cracks.
For me, the way so this would probably like this might be kind of weird, but a smile. I feel like I don't really have a ideal smile. I would want to definitely change that. And another thing, I guess, my nose too. It's kind of big.
You have a lovely nose. Aww. And you're changing your smile already. You're gorgeous, cousin.
I think that I am too used to being alone. Like, I don't fight for friendships. I don't fight for people to be in my life. If since I get a little inkling that you're out, I'll let the door hit you with a good Lord split you.
My generosity. I think that I give a lot when if others were put in the same position, they would not.
For me, it would definitely be how caring and loving I am. A lot of people my age that I've interacted with over my 18 years of living, they're not so caring about how other people feel. For me, I tend to look out for people and stuff. So.
I've been told since I was a kid, and it kind of goes with what I would change, but I'm very observant, and that ties into I don't mind being the fly on the wall. I can speak up if needed and make a joke or two, but for the most part, I'm really good at like hanging in the background, just observing.
Oh, that's tough. I think I'd say respected though, because people can love you all you want, but not treat you correctly because you're not respected by them.
Definitely, I would agree.
Because what's love without respect?
Respected. You can love somebody and not respect them, but if you respect somebody, there will always be a level of respect. Like, I don't need you to love me. Not everybody. I need you to respect me. And through respect, I will feel loved to an extent. But through love, I may not feel respected.
Don't just be all about the books, I guess. I grew up and I only had one friend. Shout out AJ. And as an adult, I've always been a very sociable person, but I never truly gave my all to the people around me to truly call people friends. But I'm learning how to do that, and I think I've gained a good group of friends from that. So if I were to go back and speak to my younger self, I would have appreciated if I did that a little bit earlier.
Do you? At 18 years old, you are trying to do what everybody in your family told you to do, and you are not happy. Do you? You'll love it over here. They'll say what they have. They're gonna say what they have to say, regardless of what you do. So you might as well do what makes you happy.
Did you achieve it? Did you achieve your goals that you set for yourself once you had your spiritual awakening? Did you achieve that goal? And that future self when you were fucking?
have the urge.
I have the urge. Because you just go randomly on the second
Yeah,
one.
that's not it.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, a long time? Okay.
um, my alone time. Everyone that knows me knows my alone time is my toilet time. So I could spend like 2 to 3 hours on the toilet just playing on my phone, my little math games, Kudo and Sudoku and whatnot. I consider that alone time because no one else can just barge in and bother me. That's truly the one time that anyone's alone. So yeah.
Well, a long time for me is definitely in my room with, music playing, maybe a couple weights, maybe PlayStation, playing the games and stuff. And just like, watching YouTube videos. That's basically my life.
Probably either playing FIFA on the PS5 or any gaming system really, or me with a soccer ball at my feet. Either way, I'm gonna be playing soccer somehow.
No bills.
Oh, that's a good question. Oh God, I can't say bills because I don't. Well, I do, but I don't pay any like serious bills yet.
I miss the innocence. In terms of like, I didn't think everything was just sunshine and rainbows, but I definitely didn't think life was this hard. Um, yeah.
Oh wait, can I change my answer? I do kind of miss the 2 months off in the summer. That was legit. Because nowadays we get what, a max 3, maybe 4 weeks paid vacation. So yeah, those 2 months were amazing.
Oh, you talk about summer break?
Yeah, because it's kind of non-existent as an adult unless you're a teacher or in the school system. So yeah. I think it means like, would you rather be a really like important person in a small circle, or would you rather be basically a nobody in a big pool of people?
I'm definitely going with the first option. I want to be very important to a small group of people. I want to be able to like have of course, one of my biggest goals is to any person I interact with throughout life, I want to leave that conversation with a smile on their face, making their day better. So that goes into like the big small fish in the big pool thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But mostly with my friend group, I want to have like, when I leave this earth, I want to make sure this friend group stayed together through thick and thin. 3, all stayed within an all happy mindset too. 2, I mean, and 4, just we all like click together. That's why like I'm not really the biggest fan of having a huge group of people. I like one or just 2, 3, 4 people that I just gel with. I vibe with and they understand me. So yeah, that would I definitely go with the first option.
I interpreted that as the big fish in the small pond, as in more so of a comfortability. Like me growing up, or me continuing to grow as an adult, I can stay in Georgia all my life and be comfortable because my family's here, my friends are here, or I can be a small fish in a big pond and go travel and go see, because everybody, obviously, there's more to Georgia, there's more to the United States. You can either stay in here and be comfortable and be safe because your family and friends are here, or you can be adventurous and go out there and see what the world has to offer you. But the more you expand, the smaller of a fish you become, because there's more out there, there's other people, there's other things, there's other cultures. So you can expand yourself mentally, your significance gets smaller. Or you can stay here and be comfortable, and your significance grows, but you don't necessarily grow as a person. Based on that interpretation.
Well, if that's the case, then you're not expanding your mind with the first option.
Yeah.
So that would be definitely the second. I mean, the second. It's all about if you're not okay. One thing I live by: if you're not growing 1% each day, what are you doing? You know. So by doing that, you have to get out there and expand your thinking, expand your education, all of that. Learn things, meet new people, have new opportunities. If you just stay stagnant and complacent, you're not going to get anywhere. That's why it's best in that way. The second option's way better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with the interpretation that you gave. I do the small fish, big pond, but I'm still trying to detach from the mindset of his interpretation because I definitely was going to say the big fish in a small pond because you know how close I am with my family. So that's why I was leaning more towards that option. But with your interpretation, it's the complete opposite.
I'll spend it with the people I love most. That'll be my family.
They'll go to the courthouse and marry you.
Aww. Trying to get like that.
Honestly, if it were my last day on Earth, I'd probably go do whatever came to mind. Like, if I right now decided to drive to Six Flags and go to Six Flags, I go to Six Flags. Halfway to Six Flags, I decide to stop and get some burgers. I'm gonna stop to get some. I will literally do whatever comes to my mind. I wouldn't overthink it. I wouldn't think twice about it. If it pops in my head, I'm gonna go do it right then and there. If the next thought, if I'm in the middle of doing it, and the next thought pops in my head, I'm gonna go do that because who has time to overthink and is this a good idea? Is it? You got 24 hours left. Enjoy it. I'm gonna die with a smile on my face.
I'm traveling to London. I'm modeling with Da Vinci, all Gucci, Louis, Balenciaga, all that. That's what I'm doing. Modeling.
Okay, labels. Jeez.
Modeling for everything.
Love that for you. I don't know what exactly it looks like, but I would be successful. I don't necessarily have like a blueprint for that success, but my ultimate goal, of course, is to be successful. It's easier to hate because there's always the temptation of falling into the trap of, oh, this person's better, oh, this person has more, or anything that the devil can like seep into you to kind of like put you on the wrong path. You have to make the active choice to go against that, to love everyone. So I would say it's easier to hate, but you need to make that active decision to love.
I would agree. You can't. It's way easier to like think of hateful things, but it's extremely hard to like think of loving, caring words. Because it's just being a hater is just not cool nowadays. So it's just people just go with the norm.
Hate. Not necessarily because we are a angry species, but in my opinion, I think it's just look at how easy you could be having a good day and one thing ruins your day. So it's easier to dwell in madness than it is in happiness.
Okay. Brittany is kind and helpful.
Demetrius is loving, caring, supportive, and yeah. I'm trying to think of more big words to say.
Not the big words. I've learned that the world doesn't owe us anything. And now that I have come to terms with that, I've also learned to just take certain situations as they are. It's not necessarily someone's fault. That's just how life happens. So because I was able to come to terms with that, I'm able to move past certain situations and let go of certain people that have wronged me but don't see their wrong.
For me, it's a multitude of things, but I'm gonna sum it down to this. Um, I feel like it all adds up to self-love's the best love. I feel you can't go into anything without having a solid foundation within yourself. I feel like if you have that, then you won't, yeah, you'll feel heartbroken if that situation transpires, but it won't take you as long of a healing stage to go back to your roots and what made you you, right? So yeah, self-love's the best love, basically. I'll wake up at peace, everything, knowing that all of my problems are solved.
I just go and hang out with family instead of going to work, stressing, driving, and doing the day to day in and out of adult life. I just relax, hang out with family, have a good time, enjoy myself, truly just smile.
Honestly, don't think I would be able to function because the way my family dynamic is, for those of you that are listening that know, there's always something going on. So if there's just nothing going on, I think I would be able to enjoy it for a solid week. And after that, I'd probably go crazy.
Ooh. With the society that we live in, I don't necessarily think my personality would be different, but I definitely think my circumstance would be different if I had a name like Jamicia or something like that. Yeah, like there's this stigma around quote unquote black names. So I thank God that my parents named me how I am because I do have the opportunities to just apply for a job and not have to worry about being stereotyped. So, in the sense of opportunities, I definitely think that it makes a difference. In the sense of changing my personality, I still think I would be the same person.
That's a hard question. I think personality-wise, I'll be the same. People won't just be asking around like, "Oh, who is this tall guy with glasses?" So, yes, because I'll have an easier name here. It's easier to remember instead of Demetrius. Yeah, it wouldn't make a difference. It'd just be named.
In my situation specifically, the way I was brought up, my mom always used the phrase, if I wanted you to be like everybody else, I would have named you like everybody else. So that always drove the way I think, my individuality. Like, hey, I think if I was a regular Dylan, Bob, Billy, or something like that, I would think like a Dylan, Bob, Billy, but I'm Bahama. So I think outside the box, in my opinion, I'm biased, of course, but I definitely feel like if I wasn't given that name, I would be different because my mama wouldn't have that premise to stand on in terms of raising me. So.
I mean, I would say I'd be hurt, but I'd be gone. So I guess it wouldn't.
It is what it is for me. That will let me know that, dang, I didn't leave an impact. I did something wrong. In the next life, I'll have to, know. In the next life, I'll just have to do better, leaving an impact on my family. If it's just one person, then I made that one person, huh?
Whatever you believe in your next step is after death, the you and the physical being is either 6 feet under or in some ashes or anything if they don't remember you. It's all, for me, it's a matter of when. It's either they're not going to remember you tomorrow or they're not going to remember you 60 years from now, but they will forget about you. Unless you're in some history books or you did something extra crazy to be in the news, or it's just a matter of time before they do forget about you.
Mostly how it is for me. I worry about things that I can't control over.
Yeah, I know I'm an overthinker for sure, but I also have a terrible memory. So by the time I wake up in the morning, it's like, what was I overthinking about?
Oh god, ain't no like recently or today.
Yeah, it kind of cancels each other out, which is weird. How often do you think things? How often do the things you worry about actually happen?
Pretty often. Um, Me being an overthinker, I do think both sides. I do tend to linger more so on the negative side, but definitely, if I'm worried about it, it's something that caught my attention to worry about it. I don't just worry about things that I try not to dwell on the things that I can't control. I'll think about it, but I don't dwell on it. So if I'm worried about it, for me, unfortunately, it normally does. Sometimes it's worse, but it normally does happen.
People my age, please stop wanting to do the whole face. It's not pleasant. It's not fun. It's not a good look.
That's a good shit.
It takes a toll on your mental. It makes you like, why do it? What's your reasoning? And usually, time when they have a reason, it's a poopy reason. So yeah, so just stay true to you. If you're love a girl, love a boy at heart, stay that. Don't indulge in the whole stuff. It drains your energy. Just stop.
Tipping culture.
Oh, so when you say that, you mean like servers and tips?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
So
interested now.
I personally, and don't kill me in the comments, people. I personally only tip when the service is immaculate because it's your literal job to bring me my food. I don't think I should be paying 20% more than what my food costs just because you did your job. Now, if you went above and beyond, absolutely, I'll throw in a tip, but I don't get a tip for doing my job. It's not my fault that you chose a position where you're getting paid what you get paid. You accepted the position free will. No one forced your hand on that. So I personally, and like I said, don't kill me in the comments, only believe in tipping when the service is above and beyond, not just for mediocre.
My hot take is, outside of the fact that he is clearly fighting against who the movie shows as the good guys, I don't think Thanos was a bad guy. That's my hot take. The reason why I say that is because, yes, he was a conqueror and he conquered planets before this part, but that was horrible. Before that, he conquered planets. He would go to these planets and he would notice that because of the population, the planet's dying. So what good is a conqueror if you conquered 10 planets and 9 of them died off because of the population? So he cut the population in half. It is messed up because he still conquered them and used them for whatever he wants to, but he also saved the planet itself because he cut the population in half, which helped reset or not reset, expand the planet's lifespan. I don't agree with the extremist part of it, of killing and all that, but I do. The idea behind it makes sense to me. Ruby, my sister, she used the rebuttal of, well, he's obviously a bad guy because he's killing people to, or because he's killing people. And I was like, but if you want to go down that road, are you saying that soldiers are bad people? They go to another country and they kill people. And she's like, well, they're doing that to protect us. And I was like, and Thanos is doing it to protect the planet. And she got quiet. And then she also goes, he's similar to Hitler. She says he's similar to Hitler because Hitler wanted to save the economy. So Hitler killed all these Jewish people and all that. And my rebuttal to that is not saying who's better, who's worse, but Hitler took it a step further, in my opinion. So actually, I'll take it back. Hitler is worse because Hitler said, I want to save the economy, let's kill these people. But he's targeting a specific group of people. Thanos said, half the population got to die. I don't give a fuck who you are, old, young, girl, boy, purple, blue, green, white. Half of y'all got to go. And he killed unbiased. And when he had the gauntlet, he literally just snapped his fingers in half. He didn't say, oh, only the tall people go. Only the people under 5 feet go. Like Hitler did, only the Jewish people who aren't blue-eyed, blonde hair got to go. He literally said, he was unbiased with it. So yes, they're both extremists, but Hitler used his standpoint and targeted a specific group of people. Thanos said, I don't care who it is. Half of y'all got to go just to save this planet so I can keep conquering. That's my hot take. Besides the fact that, of course, he's killing people and he's doing bad and he's doing it in an extreme way, I don't think Thanos' ideal is bad because, funny enough, there are some theories out there, even though this is not the conspiracy theory episode, there's some theories out there that Earth is a living being and that it's killing off us who are the virus. That's why all these heat flashes and all heat waves and all this other stuff. And if you really, really want to go down that, if I ever go missing, this is the video why, guys. There's also another theory out there. That's where all these COVIDs, these swine flus, all these malaria, all these diseases came from. They were man-made for population control. So actually, the government might be worse than Thanos because the same reason the government they don't give the sickness to the elite, they give the sickness to the middle class and the lower class, and they target people, a specific demographic. Thanos just said, I don't give a damn who you are. Half of y'all got to dip, and half of them did. Until if you watch the movie, you watch the movie. So, government Hitler, a whole other thing. Thanos is still bad, but he's not as bad as everybody takes him out to be because although that's a movie, that shit's happening in real life and nobody's even batting an eye. People are dying from every 5 years is some new disease. That's the world pandemic. And all of a sudden, the rich are getting richer and the poor are still dying off and we're getting poorer. So that's my hot take.
All right, Squabblers, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Answer any of the questions that you want to join in on. And be sure to keep your
minds open and your volumes turned up.
All right, Squabblers.
Jesus, help us.
All right, Squabblers, thanks for tuning in. Be sure.
Do I look pretty? Is my skin glowing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, now it's really good.
Yeah, it's whatchamacallit?
Ooh, I could talk into the mic.
Yeah, that's better. Yo, this nigga's a genius.
Type beat.
Because they growing trees.
How am I supposed to know when you have to tap? You're the one leading the conversation.
Oh. Okay.
Super Bowl Falcons, I'm telling you.
Do we do this? So on
Mine's open. Volume soon to
turn. You're sounding like Elijah.
Ooh, chapstick.
Comment below what you guys think the answers to your question. That's stupid.